Hello, hello, my frizzy friends. How are we? Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Taco Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Let's see who's in the house. So I've got Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Hope you're feeling better, my dear. And Hope is here. Hi, Hope. And Amber. Welcome, welcome, Lana Banana. That's right. And Melissa G is in the house. So I am working on Amber's pattern, actually. That's JB's Crochet. She's linked down below in the description. This is going to be... I'm going to wear it as a, I guess, would you call it a cowl, where they take this and they swoop it around the back and then they put the tails to the side. And then normally, though, you'd have it as a shawl, but I don't tend to do shawls. So I figured, you know what? This is like a chunky little scarf that I could totally see myself wearing this winter. So, and I love this color. And I don't know with the sun where it is, if you can even see. It actually has a couple of tones of purple in there. I don't think it's coming out in the camera, but this is that Heartland yarn from Lion Brand, and this is the colorway Kobuck Valley. That it must be an actual place. Anywho, so let's see. Yes, so I'm excited. So it's a 4-row repeat. She's going to be coming out with the pattern soon, and so we've all been just loving making this pattern. It's really fun to work up and easy to do. So well done, Amber. Hi, Tank, and welcome to the Pollen Pals. Did you see I have a new membership tier? It just allows you to use the emojis and become a member. You know, you get the little icon next to you. It helps support the channel. And so Tank is the first Pollen Pal, so congratulations. And so yeah, and then we have the rest of the tiers as usual. Frizzy Friends, Inner Hive, and Royal Hive are still all there. And they have different perks for each one. But yeah, so I got that all set up. What else? What else did I do? I made my coffee, of course. I'm on number 2. Cup number 2. Okay, what are you guys all drinking? What are you doing? Do tell, do tell. Hi, Anna Banana. How are you? Good to see you, my dear. And Helix is in the house. Good morning to the hive. That's right. And Mary Ann is here. Oh, Mary Ann is here. You came towards the end, I think it was, of Amber's live this morning. I was such a lurker and I feel bad. I normally am more chatty, but I am so focused on my book right now that because I'm so close to being done with the first one and getting everything going. So my amazing designer is working on that, getting it all put together for me, and then I'll have it out to my ARC readers. So I've kind of put the call out, and I don't know if anybody here is interested, but I am going to put the official call out. I might actually do a post. I'm basically looking for ARC readers to get the ebook version of the first book. I'll do the same when the second one's ready, to just do a read through. And when the book is officially launched on Amazon, you know, putting out a review on both Amazon and Goodreads as well. So Goodreads you could do anytime, it's already up on Goodreads. But on Amazon, it's a huge deal for our authors and illustrators that on the day of launch and within that first month, you get a lot of reviews. And that's the only way that Amazon knows to get you in their algorithm, right? It's all about the algorithms. So anyway, but if you guys are interested, please let me know and I will get you guys the link. There's a little Google form that is how I'm keeping track of everybody, and then I will get you the ebook ASAP by the end of this week, because I want to try to get that first book out, fingers crossed, by September 1st week. You know, I said the 1st, but you know, I know we're getting towards the end here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Frizzy's been even extra frizzy now because I'm like drawing, trying to get everything finished. Hello, Vima, and welcome in, Angela. Good morning, Crochet family. That's right. All right, what did I miss? Phone turned off waiting for you to come on. Missed the first couple minutes. Oh, no worries. I was just saying hello to everyone. Finishing the bag on the last couple rows of single crochets before the handle. So did you find that so Amber got this yarn from me during the last Dibs sale. It's called Cotton Fair Bulky Prints. And you see it here because it's going to be coming up again in the next Dibs sale, because I am also going to be parting with it. I love how it looks, but to Amber's point, I don't know if it has an end. I don't think it has an end visible, but I'll try to show you with the cabling here. It's got a lot of strands. It's not just like a 4-ply. It's got a whole bunch of strands that go together. And so when she was working with it, it was driving her nuts because it was splitting like crazy. And even sometimes, apparently, in the manufacturing process, sometimes she'd find like one of the strands was almost like clipped, like it was no longer tethered together, right? So she would have to cut, and then restart it so that she makes sure she's not crocheting with something that's already going to unravel, right? So that I can imagine being super frustrating. But this morning she found that, thank you to Jeremy for that suggestion, but Jeremy had suggested a different type of hook for her to use. It was a prim, I think, and Amber can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And she started working with it, and it was like a night and day difference. So that seems to be the key, is if something is not working right and it's really not fun to work with, trying a different hook might be the answer to solve that problem, right? So it's kind of like when the yarns squeak like crazy, sometimes you just switch the hook and it stops squeaking, and it's like, I've been dealing with that for this long and I just figured this out, right? So right? Oh, there's Jeremy. Hello, my dear. We were just talking about you. Yeah, it's a 5 bulky. It's 52% cotton, 48% acrylic, and each one has 130 yards. But yeah, it's super pretty though. I thought it looks almost like somebody tie-dyed it, or like Rusty maybe got her hands on it and did some dyeing or something like that. Cause see how it's like not of the full colors not on. You can see like parts of the what do they call that? What does Mama G call it when it's not white? It's like it's an intentional use of having that unused space of color, right? So anywho, let's see what I missed. Okay, you know what I should be doing? Hang on, you guys. I got something else that's new. You ready for this? Spam. It's time to spam the chat, you guys. As I catch up on who's and what's going on, spam the chat. This is Spammy. This is my new little logo for Spammy. So he's saying, spam the chat. That just means talk for helping the algorithms and keeping the, all the communication back and forth and stuff like that going. That really helps the channel. And while Spammy's up, whoever gets the crown, you see he's got it on his tail here, but whoever gets that top contributor crown by the end of me taking this sticker off is going to get 2 entries into the monthly appreciation giveaway. So that's just an extra way to get entries in. It doesn't cost you anything, just, typing. You could even just do emojis, spam emojis. That works too, But I'm going to catch up on what you guys have said while you're doing that. Okay, so let's see. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Pepsi Max, and I'm making another blanket with a mixed cluster stitch. Ooh, was that the one I looked up? That might have been the one I looked up, and it was a really pretty stitch. I like that. I try. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Helix. I will definitely be sending you the link to the form. Actually, it's in the announcements tab on our Discord. So if you want to check it out there and get your info in, just so I know where to contact, all that. Let's see. And Diane Major's here. Hello, Diane. Welcome in. Hello. Okay, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Huggles from Marianne. All right. Hey, Anna, good to see you. Send me something. Jeremy, send me something. You want some of that yarn, huh? Because you want to try it out. Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Has my bright pink been shipped? Yes. I think the ones I have, let's see. Let me think, because I'm shipping some today. But yes, yours has already gone out. So it's already on its way. You're torn if you want the rest, because it looks gorgeous when you work it up, right, Amber? Oh my goodness. It looks so nice. It looks like a twisted plaid cotton. Do you like that kind of cotton, Jeremy, or you don't like that kind of cotton? Hi, Steven. How's it going? Is it Steven? Steven. How's it going, Steven? Good to see you. All right. Looking down, looking down. Here we go. Did you send my yarn? Diane Major. Yes, I sent your yarn. Yours is out. I have to jig that one brain cell that I've got up in there knocking around. Be like, yes, that one was sent. Yours was sent. Spam, spam, spam. I love that. Oh my gosh. You made a decision on the cotton and you messaged me, Amber. Okay. You're perfect. Lisa, I want the crown. That'll help you feel better, right? If you could get that crown. Oh my gosh. I love this. It's just fun. I still say it's like a Mario Kart. You guys, I just envision you guys in your little cars throwing stuff to knock each other out of the way. Oh my goodness. Tank's like all about the Merlin one. I see that. Oh, I love the emojis. Yes, spamming. All right, I think I caught up because I'm seeing right now is this spamminess. So I'm gonna just, as your Taco Tuesday, Lana's got those tacos up there. I'm excited for Taco Tuesday. You know I love tacos. Okay, nobody's Melissa G. Oh my gravy. The competitiveness is hilarious, isn't it? Right. So true. My dad is super competitive. Here's a little story about that. He is so competitive. It's hilarious. And we actually, at Christmas time, we do that pass the package thing. And it's basically, I saran wrap the heck out of a bunch of prizes inside of this big ball. Okay. The adults have a ball and the kids have a ball. Cause you know what, kid's going to want lotion, right? And anyway, so yeah, so we have this game and you roll dice, and if it's me that has the ball and the next person gets the dice, right, who comes after me, and they're trying to roll doubles, and then if they do, I have to stop unwrapping and I have to pass this ball on to the person that had the dice. They pass the dice on, and it goes on so forth, right? It gets so funny, especially if you get two people together that are equally competitive. We have a family, through marriage, family, parent of a family member kind of thing, whatever, I don't know how you call it, but they are equally as competitive as my dad. And so if you get the two of them next to each other, it's so funny because my dad's like checking dice flying, he's like trying to grab him, and he's like, come on, and then the other gal, she's just like tearing into this thing. It's just the funniest thing. I will try to post a video this year if we get to do that again. But I have taken video footage. I should try to put a little compilation together so you guys can see what I mean. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh, nice, Jeremy, for my book. Oh, yeah, that would be amazing. I need ARC readers. I'd kind of put the call out very very non-invasively. I just kind of posted it as an announcement, and then I'm looking for like 100 reviews. If that seems to be that sweet spot number where they just say Amazon takes notice, right? Because if it doesn't get reviews, or if only you get 5 reviews and you're like, okay, mom, dad, like, it's not happening. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a good group of people that, enjoy reading the younger kids' books, right? But this is, it's still got a really great story, and it'll be fun, I promise. So, okay. So I am going to say, I'm going to remove Spammy now. So I'm going to see who's got the number 1 here. So bye-bye to Spammy for now. Okay, let's see who's got it. Okay, we've got keep talking because I got to see that. I got to see the number 1 come up. I'm looking on looking on the YouTube streets here. Jeremy, congratulations. You got the number 1. That's amazing. Oh, Maya. Maya's going to have her first live. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me just look and see if I missed anything between the spamming. So Helix says I was inspired to share while reading this morning. Oh, just want to crochet Melissa G. Tank is like, I'm out. Tammy, tears, pouring tears. I'm not getting the crown. I'm surprised you guys aren't just like spamming a crown, right? You're like, I'm taking a crown one way or another. Oh my gosh, too fun. I love it. All right. We got cupcakes. I love to win. Don't get me wrong. Amber, it's tough, huh? It's fun. It's just a good way to get that, not just the competitiveness, but it's kind of fun too. You want that as a sticker, Michelle? I was thinking of making that. That's why I did the white outline, was so that I could actually make him a little vinyl sticker. I thought that would be really cute. Oh my gosh. Melissa, don't do food emojis or I'm going to be headed to the kitchen. And Lisa, I want food. Oh my goodness. Okay, Diane, I can get you the tracking number too, if that helps. Hi, Denise. Welcome in. Jeremy, I'm like trying to get rid of my yarn, not get more. Exactly. I know I'm trying. Hi, Ivy B. Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Fellow bee on the street. Oh my goodness. Whimsy. Yes. Let's see if anybody got the word of the day, because that's another one. Nobody's got the word of the day. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. It is a word I mentioned. Let me think how else I can give you a way to describe it. It has something to do with bees. Let me think if there's any other clues I can give you without telling you straight off. It's just one word. Just one word. Okay, I think I am pretty much, sounds like a tradition, right? Yes, it was a fun tradition. So Maya's live is a Saturday at 2 p.m. Which, are you Central? Are you West Coast, East Coast? Chickens. Down to 3rd. Oh, yes. This is, okay, so I have not caught up. I'm still catching up, you guys. I'm still catching up. Well, hello, Anne. Ruby Blake. Oh, I like that. Beautiful hair, too. My gosh, that's such pretty hair. I love the purple. Oh my gosh. I love it. I was just looking at some of the competitive things like, oh, what did they say? Helix about the cover. Did they like it? They're so excited. Oh, good. Yes. So excited. And Lydia's here. Hello, Lydia. I don't think I mentioned hi to you. And Michelle, I responded to your comment. I don't know if I officially said hi. Oh my gosh. Hope I throw yarn your way. Oh, I thought I read that wrong at first in my brain. It was, hope I throw your yarn away. And I was like, wait a sec. What? Oh my gosh. I know. Ooh, somebody said it. Oh, quite a few people said it actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people have said it in the chat. It does start with a P. So keep that in mind. And it's something new that I was talking about in the beginning of the, in the live. There's a new something on the channel. Does that give you more of a hint? Busy bee, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I caught up, you guys. I'm all caught up now. But yes, so Tammy's Crochet Corner got it. Melissa just got it. Lisa's got it. Jeremy's got it. Amber's got it. Maya's got it. Did I say Melissa G? Melissa G's got it. There we go. Yes, you guys. The word of the day is pollen. Okay, because we now have pollen pals. That's our newest tier of membership. Let me get back to my regular screen. There we are. Yes. There we go. Okay, back to my shawl. I'm doing the ridging one right now. Pollination. I like to call things cross-pollinating, right? I like to cross-pollinate amongst all of my craftiness and creative side. You said pollinator? That probably wouldn't that work as if it's part of the word? That reminds me, do you guys ever play the game Taboo? Very random, I know, but I used to love that game. You're given a word basically, and you have a team. You're trying to get your team to guess the word, but you can't say the word, and then there's like a list of 5 other words that you cannot say, and you also can't say parts of the words either. So it makes it, you have to be very clever in how you word things so that you can get your team to guess what the words are, and then you try to get through as many cards as you can before the timer's out. I love that game. Kimberly, hello, my friend. Pollen is my worst season because of my allergies, right? And Monique is in the house and Kendall's here. Hello, hello, BB. Hi, BB. Welcome in. I am working on Amber at JB's Crochet created a shawl. She's going to have the pattern coming soon. But I am working that up right now, and it's lovely. So it's not pretty, you guys. I love it. It's so pretty. Amber, what did you officially name this one? I think you had settled on a name for it too. Hi, Thrifty. Welcome in. So our family friend is here from New York. She just got in last night. So I don't know what the plans are for the week. They've been mentioning a few things, potentially going to Multnomah Falls at some point. So that would be fun. I haven't been there since before we moved here, actually. My brother took me when I came for a visit, and it was really cool. So that would be fun to go. Isn't that nice, Denise? Yeah. So they mentioned that. They mentioned doing some sort of like a seaside kind of trip, maybe day trip, just to get her to the coast. And yeah, she said she wants to see the mountains. So apparently there's also something up Mount Hood area that there's like a lodge up there that you can have a nice dinner, and it's right on like the mountain or near the mountain, nearest to the mountain as you can get. You're not crocheting, but doing school because you're homeschooled. Oh, you started your homeschooling, Maya? My kiddos start next week, so they start on Wednesday is the day back to school. I keep getting gifted from a lot of channels that I visit and subscribe to, but can't keep track. You're right. 7. So I have 4 tiers. So I just opened a 99-cent tier. That way, that's the lowest YouTube would even let anybody go. So I wanted everybody that wants to be able to be a member, to be able to have that opportunity. So yeah, so you, with that tier, with the 99-cent tier, you would get basically the emojis, you get the little bee on a flower that changes each month. So that's next to your name. And then you also will get, if I do like a member's post or member's video, stuff like that, you'll get access to those as well. You start reporting for school the 25th. Oh man. That's coming up fast, Felix. I know, I don't either, Denise. And I think there's a way you can turn it on. And I, for the life of me, can't figure out where you do that, where you turn that on. Because I see a lot, like through being on other people's lives, I see a ton of people that I know that like Panda, tons of gifted memberships go Panda's way, And so, yeah, it just seems like a lot of the same people do get those, and it maybe because not everybody's flipped that switch on. So I don't know how it all works, but kind of funny. Finding the page sometimes on Google in order to renew. Exactly. Yeah, it's not always easy to figure all those things out, is it? And Lydia's crocheting hat. Amber, you called it Amber shawl, Lisa. Hey, it works. Oh, I'm gonna go home from the doctor. Michael's good news. I have to have surgery on my back right now. Yay, Kendall. It's nice if you can avoid surgery. Yes. But I'm like, okay, well, if I have to have it, at least I'm being put out. Because, you go to sleep and then you wake up and it feels like no time has passed, but yet you're already done. It's the weirdest experience, right? Amber calls it the Summer Elegance Shawl. Nice. Okay, I like that. Oh my gosh, Melissa, that's so cool. Have bees one day. I had this really cool experience, and I don't know if I told you guys about it. I don't think I told you, so stop me if I did, but basically I was working on the yard at my dad and my mom's house, and we were kind of in this area of their yard. They have tons of different trees. It's all landscape from whoever had the house before, but you really have to keep up with it because it can get weedy very easily. But anyways, we were under the shade of a giant maple tree, and we'd been pulling weeds and whatnot. There was a kind of a dirt area, and I heard this really loud buzzing sound, and so I started looking around, and it was a bee, like a honey, I guess a bumblebee. Is it the bumble ones that are the really big ones? Very, very big, fuzzy. And it was not all black. I've seen the all black ones, but this one had a little yellow striping on it. And it was like digging in the dirt. You could see the little back legs. I got video footage of it too. I kept thinking I should put it as a short on the channel and try to find some fun audio to put with it. But she's like going like this, She's just trying to get down in there. And then at one point she kind of like got all the way under the dirt, and then all of a sudden I see her little butt coming back up again. It was so cute. I just sat there with my phone filming her and just watching her, because I think what she's doing is trying to find a place to lay her eggs, I believe, because I think that there are some bees that lay eggs in the ground. So I think that's what she was doing. And at one point I thought she was going to actually lay them, because she kind of got up on the ledge and she started kind of like a rhythmic rocking sort of a thing, I would call it. But maybe she caught wind of the fact that I was sitting there with the phone watching her, because she got a little spooked and just kind of went off. I heard her come back later though, so I made sure I wasn't there. I was like, okay, Hannah, I totally get it. It's too hard to perform on command. Always doing anyways. Yep. Life learners. Yeah, so I have 4 memberships. We have the Pollen Pals are the 99-cent tiers. $2.99 is the Frizzy Friends. That accesses the Discord community, and there's additional things as well, which I will be doing more of as the months progress. And then we have Inner Hive, Inner Hive and Royal Hive both get the patterns. So anytime I do a tutorial, they'll get the patterns that come along with that video. So those will get that. And then the Royals have additional Happy Mail gets sent out here and there, and we have another additional chat room for the Royal Hive as well, on Discord. And so there's lots of little perks and things, and I hope my members have enjoyed becoming and being my members. So Margaret, hello. That is your YouTube profile. You have to say that, if I remember correctly, you have to say that in your YouTube profile. Oh, is this about like wanting to be able to be gifted things? $3 on, click it and oh, you're talking about them to being a member. Carpenter Beast, maybe. Lisa's been my member for 4 months. Yay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I need to catch up. I think I was talking about bees, and you know how I love talking about those little fuzzy things. They're so cute. I had this one, I don't know what it was on. It actually scared me a little bit. It flew in, I was outside in the backyard. It flew in as though it was going to dive bomb me, but it was in this weird, like, hover sort of state. I was looking at it like, what's going on? I kind of booped out of the way, and it just kind of crossed over and landed. It almost was like it was maybe drunk on pollen. I don't know. It was funny. She thought it was a bat. Your mom did, but it was one of the big black ones. They're like the panda bees. They're just big fuzzy guys that just kind of lope through, get their pollen. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. Queen bumblebees will dig shallow burrows in the ground to hibernate during the winter, digging to create a nest for their colony, but rather to find a safe place for the winter. But it's too early, I would think, for that. We haven't even gone through the fall yet, unless she's off on her timing. And Helix has been a member for 4 months, my frizzy friend. Yes, and thank you as well to Margaret. Margaret's been a member for 8 months. Yay! I love that. My patterns, Steven, yes, they're available on my website, frizzybee.com. I have a Hive shop. They're available on Etsy. They're available on Ravelry, Lovecrafts. They're all over the place. Okay, I hit the bottom. All right, here we go. Yes, and thank you for that reminder, Lisa. Don't forget your thumbs, you guys. I appreciate it. And Lana Banana has been a Royal Hive member for 8 months. Thank you, Lana Banana. And Amber's been a frizzy friend for 6 months. Isn't it amazing how time flies? You know, it's crazy. I think, Margaret, you were my first member, right? Is that what we were trying to remember the other day? So I guess I've had memberships now for 8 months. So it took, because remember I had to get remonetized way back. That was a while ago. Oh, swoosh, 8 months. Tank. Oh my goodness. Yes, this color is so pretty. It was the closest thing I had to what the one that Amber is using. I don't know what kind of yarn she's using, but it was a really pretty pink tone that was kind of like a, I mean, what is this shade, you guys? What would you call that? I want to say mulberry, but I don't know that that's really right. Oh, Steven, that's wonderful. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I have patterns, I have stickers, I have, what else do I have in there? I have art prints. I got a hodgepodge of things. So.
I need my backpack.
For what?
Food.
For food?
Yeah. I need my backpack.
Oh, I thought you said I need my backpack. And then you said for food. That's why I was confused. Can you go ask Dad, please? I'm on my live. You should say hi, by the way. Plum. Yeah. Puce. Oh, I haven't heard that word in a long time. So, Lana's like, yeah, Margaret was first. She beat me. You're not competitive, Lana, are you? You're using Bambootiful and Plum. Plum. Yeah, Plum. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think that's about right. But I just love that color, that shade of purple. It's so rich, you know? It's like a, I don't know. It's like a warm purple. I don't know how to describe it. I like it though. Tank. I could. What face did I? Oh, was that my daughter? Oh, she makes tons of faces. She has a lot of like funny ones too. They're I'm like, your horns are showing. Some of them. Well, hello, 7-piece frog. How are you? Welcome in. Add this to anyone's homepage in the URL. Allow member gifts. And the URL. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. So and also too, Amber, is Bambootiful, is that the brand or that's the line within the brand? Like what is the actual brand of it? But I feel that would be a little lighter. Yeah. Or have a little like more red in it, I would think. So, but yeah, so this one, I always get the two confused. I thought it was Hometown and it's not. It's actually Heartland from Lion Brand. So I have another shade that's like a blue tones shade in the same Heartland yarn. So that would make something really pretty too. I'm working on it's a shawl pattern, but I'm working on it as a cowl. So I want to wear it as like a really pretty chunky scarf for the winter. Oh, okay. Yarn Bee is the brand. Hi, Aisha. How's it going? Good to see you. I always like when you come into it. I love purple, obviously. Purple is my jam. So is pink and blue. I like the jewel tones. And pink, I mean, rose quartz. So that's still kind of a rock gem geo jewel kind of thing. Doesn't it count? I don't know. Does pink count when people say I like jewel tones? Do they count pink in there or no? I do, but yeah. Merlin's over here licking himself. So if you hear that, it's him. Just FYI. Oh, welcome into the Pollen Pals, Hope. I'm so glad you could join us. Yay. That gets you in our monthly appreciation giveaway as well. So yes, all members get extra entries in. That's another way you can get entries. But we will be doing every time I go live, Nightbot helps me and I pick 5 people. 4 people get 2 entries in, 1 gets 10 entries in to the monthly appreciation. So every week I have 2 lives. So in essence, you could get your name in quite a few times. Last month, I think we had something around 240 entries or so, you know, fur baby tub time. That's right. Don't even need the water, right? Just some good old spit. Right, I know. I just love it. And it's such a relaxing pattern to do too. So Amber will have that up soon, I'm sure, right? She's been having quite a few of us. We've all been making it up in different yarns and, you know, testing the pattern and all that. So, and I believe she's also adapting it to make it into a poncho pattern, which I'll also be making because I have I own a poncho, but I've never made a poncho. So this could be my first poncho that I make since it's such a nice pattern to work with. Okay, I went yarn shopping at Walmart. There was 3 cones of Lily's Sugars and Cream yarn, and my baby sister grabbed them and stacked them. She said, I really so want this one. Did she get them? Maya, did she get them? Or did you guys have to put them back? There's a certain shade of pink for jewel tones. Oh, okay. I wonder if it is like the rose quartz kind of pink. Kind of like in Maya's logo there. There's like a lighter shade of pink in there. Yeah, what'd you get? Do tell, do tell. So I will be having another dib sale. I need to go through my yarn again. I know. I've already gone through it multiple times. I'll go through it again though, because I feel like I don't have as much, and I probably won't have as much as the last time. But a friend of mine and I are going to do the dib sale together. She's going to be doing, she's going to be selling some of her makes, and then I'm going to be doing the yarn. So we'll just have, that way it'll fill out for what yarn I'm lacking. So you'll still enjoy and have a good time and get to see some fun makes, maybe get some gifts for the holidays coming up here. We didn't get them. Has it really been 6 months, Monique? Oh my gosh. Yay, time flies. Oh, I see what you did there, bees fly. Yes. Those are so my kind of jokes. And then my husband will be like, I'm like, I know, want one. Oh, there she is. There's Anna. Yes, Anna's going to be selling. She's going to be selling her makes. So, if you want to let everybody know which ones you're planning to put up, I know you do amis. You do some wearables as well, hats like beanies and stuff like that. So yeah, we will have our dib sale soon. I'm trying to figure out when the best time is to have it. I do need to go through my yarn again. I've almost shipped out everything from the dib sale from last time. So that's good. I don't want to get myself confused, you know. But yeah, I could say it's you. I hadn't asked. That's why I was like, should I say? But yes, Anna Banana and I are going to be having the dib sale. I'm thinking, let's see. We're kind of towards the end of August. See, the other thing too is I know there's also a dibs coming, and I was originally going to do this one the beginning of September, let people get, paid again and not try to make them too close together. However, I think if I heard right, you guys can let me know, but they're doing another dibs sale for JoJo on the first week of September. So now I'm wondering if I should hold off and do it a little bit later. Yes. Hey, you make a cute pattern and everybody wants to make it. I feel like that has been the case for the floppy cat, which was really nice to see everybody's floppy cat. So I totally get that. It's very, it feels like a hug, right? Like when somebody makes your pattern and enjoy making it and talking about it and such. So and don't get our crafters jokes that we get, right? Oh my gosh. Totally. You were going to buy the sugars and cream yarn, but my baby sister found the blue velvet one. She said she wanted me to make her a very so big puppy. Oh, I love that you're, air quoting and stuff, how she's talking to you. It's so cute. Oh, thank you so much, Hope. Oh, for the vibes. Thank you. Much appreciated. And that gets you extra entries in as well. So any gifteds, any stickers, and what do they call them? Super chat, super stickers. All that kind of stuff gets you your extra entries into the giveaway as well. So, yeah. And this month we have in the giveaway, we have some of the Bernat, I think it's called Bundle Up. Let me check. 2 skeins of, Bernat Bundle Up is in this month's giveaway. It is so soft. So soft, you guys. Like it's definitely good for making something for a baby. Or anybody like myself that has very sensitive skin. This would just feel like, so there's 2 of those in there. A fun mixed cake swirl. This is a, what do you call it? It's a scrap cake that I got from Kim over at Fortunate Creations. So I am using this as one of the giveaway items. We've got some vintage books here to make some fun lovelies. And we've got lots of little trinket things that I found at Joann's prior to it going out of business. That was the best thing that could have happened to my pocketbook, though. I'll just say it that way. But hi Jade, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. I got this magnetic needle case for you guys. I think yarn needles do fit. So whether you're an embroiderer or you just do what we do, with like thicker yarns, they'll fit in there. And it's magnetic. You get vinyl stickers, Granny Life. Look at that. Playing hooky. Isn't that cute? there's Rebecca. Thank you. I know I got Anna Banana for a month. I got Rebecca for 8 months. You have come to the Frizzy's side. Why is my hair? I'm so sorry. I promise it will not come with frizzy. Isn't that cute? Like it's like surrounded by little granny squares. I thought that was a cute little notepad and stuff from Big Twist. Apologies if you've already seen all of this, but I know there's some people here that haven't, so I figured I'd just show it again. You're going to get some stitch markers. Can never have too many of those. Sewing kit, 12-piece sewing kit. Also good to have in your purse. A market list that's magnetic, which are always fun. Look how chunky that is. I like it. And look, I didn't notice that before. It's got to be on there, you guys. Like I planned it this way or something. Right, Maya? Aren't those cute? I know. I'm like, I don't think I wouldn't mind if it says granny life, even if I'm not a granny. Because that's the perception, right? Is that we're all grannies because that's what we do is we work with yarn. But this even has like a cute little measuring ruler there on the back. It's a little notebook. This is a gift that I had gotten. This is a stitch marker, but it's a hand painted little ladybug. Little dream catcher kit there. It's got all the things you need. So whether you use it or give it to somebody to use. And finally, I think, yes, finally. Look at that. Amber's upgraded to the inner hive, my friend. Welcome to the inner hive. Thank you. Makes me so happy. Isn't this cute though? I know it's not a crochet hook. I'm pretty sure that's 2 knitting needles, but still pretty yarns. And I like the color. The color of the ink is the color of the pen. So it is this like lighter blue tone. I have one somewhere. I was trying to see if I had it nearby, but I don't know. My pens, I pick them up. I put them down somewhere else. This is what happens all the time. I pick it up, it goes somewhere else. My husband's like, things need to have a place. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not always in the same place. So here we are. So anyways, that's our monthly appreciation giveaway. And I'll do that at the end of the month. So hi, Kimberly. Kimberly won last month. She got last month's appreciation giveaway. I got my caterpillars done. Oh, good job. Now on to the mice. So you're doing the mouse, the cookie mouse. Cookie mouse. What is the name of those books? Gosh darn it. If you give a mouse a cookie. I think that's what they're called. Brains. What are brains anyways? They only work half the time. Granny Life could also be referencing the stitch for me. That's true. That's very true, Jeremy. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I never made that correlation, and I should have. That makes sense. Like, yeah, you're doing the granny square stitch, right? Yep. Moving forward, it's super busy here on the farm getting ready for herd sale. It's so funny, actually, Rebecca, last night, was it, or was it this morning? I think it was last night. Was online. I was scheduling this live. That's what I was doing. You can watch as my brain engages. Did you see that? I was like, okay, here it comes. So I was on there. I was, getting this live scheduled. And Rebecca also has another channel that's called Lip Curl. What is it, Rebecca? So she has a farm and they have deers. I almost said reindeers. Oh my God, you guys. Anyway, maybe it's because Peace Frog was just saying the Christmas one. I was thinking reindeers. But anyway, so there was a whole bunch of the male ones with the giant antlers stroll once in a while too. I am seriously like, I think it's the dog in Up. The movie Up from, I think it's a Disney or Pixar movie. And he just, lip curl sense. Thank you. I knew there was one more word and my brain just was not engaged in figuring it out. But yeah, so you guys should definitely check out her channel. If if you want to see really cool, it's like a live cam, you know, where you see people, a lot of cities even have these kind of live cams where there'll be like an eagle live cam and you get to see them in the nest. It's like that, but it's 4 different locations on their farm. And so it's just running and you can sit there and just have it on and see what the deer are doing. And sometimes they're eating, sometimes they're roaming, you know, it's fun. Imagine us all sitting in a circle crocheting with bees flying around us and we're singing bees and granny life. That's right. Yes, I know. It's, you know, I love bees. I think they're fun to watch. It's fun to watch them doing, you know, getting pollen and stuff like that. I don't want one necessarily like dive bombing me or crawling on me, but I like to observe them as they're doing what bees do, you know, that kind of thing. So Jeremy, mine takes a dog. They might be reindeer. We don't, they look like reindeer. Well, and also too, so, okay, we took a trip, my family and I, we took a trip in January, I want to say it was, or maybe February, when I think actually, you know what, it was February. We went to Leavenworth and it has a reindeer farm there. And that's what they call it. And we wanted to go, but of course, the weekend we were there, they were not doing what they were supposed to do or whatever. It was not on the right day, so we didn't get to go, but you get to go and hang out with them, pet them, do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the wildlife cams. Yep. You can't share links. You can drop your drops, or you should be able to. And definitely do that, you guys, and pick each other up. It's just such a lovely community we're building here. So yes, if you just write in the word drop, Nightbot should put your channel in there. And a reminder, I am actually having a real life conversation, not in text. So I'm speaking on answer in my head, right? Or just like, oh, what was it? Was it Shy's Live? I think it was on Shy's Live. Yes. Okay. So we were on Shy's Live the other day, and she says she holds up her phone so you can see the phone, right? So she holds up her phone so that it's filming us and herself too. But she was like, "Hey, you guys, you know, say hi to the vlog for the vlog or whatever." People watching the vlog, you know? And so we're all in the chat and stuff. And I just sat there, and because I'm watching her, and I just sat there and I smiled. Like when she put the camera to the screen, it was like a knee-jerk reaction, you know? Like this, somehow her camera could see me through the screens, through her screen, through the wire network, then through mine. And then I was just smiling for the camera. And I'm like, oh my gosh, did I just do that? Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh. We could change that, Marianne. Yeah, we could change that. You like mud wasps? Oh my gosh. We had mud wasps. We have, okay, so the ground in Washington is clay. The water just pools on top of the dirt because it's like paste. It's so gross. So where we live, we basically have it's on, like, how do I explain this? The people that live behind us are up higher than we are, okay? So it's like they dug out of the ground and then now here's our yard. Well, 3 houses converge and their backyards are at an angle towards ours. And all the water runoff comes down to our yard, basically through the retaining wall, and then it comes down under the bottom. So we got a whole pool of yucky mud, which ended up causing mud wasps, and it was awful. And so we ended up cementing in about 3/4 of our yard, and it looks gorgeous now. You call them mud daubers. That's a nicer name than well, I mean, they can't help that their name is a wasp, but you think of wasp and you think of like something that might sting me very quickly, you know? You think of a dauber and I think of like Dobby or something, you know, something sweet. I don't know. But yeah, so we ended up with that. We cemented in a lot of the yard, and especially the area that was mostly where it would pool, and it did help a lot. But yeah, they said they gave us a French drain, but I'm not too sure that that actually happened. So, okay, I'm scrolling down. We just throw tons of clover and wildflower seeds every year and let it go crazy. My yard is wild and full of bees. Nice. We got wildflower seeds and we put some in a pot down in the backyard, and in the front on the side, I put some there, and we got like 3 of these. It's a sunflower, but it's more bushy than it is tall, and it's still tall, but it's not like it's looking over the fence tall like they usually are. And the sunflower head is really large. We've got like 3 of them, so that was really cool to see that. But I kept thinking it's going to get bigger, it's going to get bigger, and then all of a sudden here's the sunflower's face, and so. But I thought of you, Tank, when I looked at the sunflower and how big and bright it was looking. So it's only 128 days till Christmas. In case we needed the reminder, right? Because we gotta go and start thinking about shopping or making stuff for sure. We don't start shade until next Wednesday. So I've started to kind of write up what I'm going to do and that kind of thing. But yeah, but we haven't actually officially started yet. And James goes back on Wednesday as well. Melissa G, you have 15, oh my gosh, 15 grandchildren, and I'm not ready for Christmas buying. Yeah, exactly, Maya. She gets it. Yep. I'm not a fan of wasps, yellow jackets, basically nothing that looks bee-ish other than bees. To get it off if you let it dry on you. Exactly, Amber. Yes. Take off a layer of your skin while you're trying to get the mud off. It's that kind, yes. Yep. You see the bad guy and you're yelling, don't go in there, run. They always go up the stairs too. That's in those scary movies. They'll always go on the second floor, and I'm like, where are you expecting to get out of this? Like, are you going to jump? What are you doing? That's what I always wondered. Yeah, if they don't sting, that's okay. They have nests full of spiders on our back deck. Oh, what kind of spiders are they? My book is actually about a spider. That's why I ask. My mom was saying the other day. So she said, we were talking about another bug, but it was one that I was like squiddish. Is that the right word? Schemish? No, I'm not saying the right word, you guys, but you know what I mean. I'm more like kind of by, and so she was saying that, oh, maybe I should write a book about that kind so that I can like conquer that fear like I did with spiders. I'm like, oh, I would say like I've halfway conquered my fear with spiders. I will trap and release them, definitely, but if they get to a certain size, I don't know. I probably would still run screaming, but there's so many mud daubers here. They make such a mess. Oh, do they? I just think the mud makes a mess. I guess they could probably make messes with it too. What do I call the storage area in my car? The trunk? Is that what you're talking about? Just tell all the kids they've been naughty and not just put a bunch of coal in there. They have like chocolate coal. You could make it a little bit nicer. You don't like anything that stings, Marianne? You're allergic, but won't get stung to find out. Then how do you know if you're allergic if you've never been stung? Or maybe you got stung before, so you know you're allergic, but you won't like hang out to find out kind of thing. You call it a turtle hull? I love that. Carpenter bees are the real problem here. Oh, yeah. Yep. Squeamish. Squeamish, yes. I think I said two different words that weren't quite right, but I needed to squish them together. You had an orange weaver on my porch for months last year. How cool is that? Yes. One time, your Ava is your sister that has been on the channel before. Spiders was just crawling up her arm. She was just all chill watching it. Yeah, daddy longlegs they were ones that I was never that scared of. They didn't look threatening enough to me. They look like a little bean with legs. But it's some of the other ones, the wolfy looking ones, that I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. Thank you. My little tree of life earrings. Thank you, Hope. Beautiful to witness, and I was fine as long as she stayed on her side of the porch. Yeah, you give her side, she could, then you're good to go. Old school glove compartment. Oh, yeah. Well, the glove compartment is the glove compartment. Oh, okay. So you did get stung to find out that you were allergic. Yeah. My brother stepped on a bee once, and of course, it didn't intentionally sting him, but it stung him, and that's one way to find out. He wasn't allergic. I don't remember his foot swelling or anything. I mean, it hurt, but yeah. Aw, Granny D, lurking, group hugs, member for 7 months. Thank you, Granny D. Yay. Same uncle paid a penny to catch flies. Oh my gosh. The orb weavers. Yeah, that's what my character Whimsy is. She's an orb weaver. And it's funny because I decided that I knew I was going to make a book about a spider, and I actually had to Google, which when you have a phobia of spiders, when you Google spiders, it's a little, because you get all different kinds, right? But I was looking for a vibrant colored spider because I wanted her to be something that would not be scary looking. Right. And I found a really beautiful orb weaver spider that had the colors that Whimsy is. Didn't look like Whimsy. I took creative license there, but yeah, had those beautiful blues with the orangey yellow, vibrant, colors in there too. And so, yeah, I knew immediately. I'm like, that's the one I'm going to base her off of. So it was really cool. You get wolf spiders as long as they stay outside, they stay alive. Yeah, inside unalive. Oh, back of my car is called the yarn transporter. Nice. They're not, Jeremy? I didn't know that. What are they then? If they're not spiders. Apologies if that's triggering anyone. I don't know if some people can't hear certain words. I apologize. Rested his hand on a railing, waiting in line for a ride. Yeah, my son had the same thing, not on a railing though. He had put his hand over next to actually a wind chime that was kind of like a pine cone shape. It had been up inside of the pine cone shape and immediately got him. Yeah, exactly. Did you see my short of the widow in my pool? I did not. I need to go see that. Yes, I will look. I will look at that. Can we see the picture of your spider? Yes. So I am relaunching the series. I have full rights to it back from prior publisher, long story, but I am publishing them now. So the covers will change, but I can show you what she looks like. These were the original copies of the book. The new copies will look completely different. They have a new cover design as well. So, but you can just see she's blue and she's got the orangey yellow chest. And then she's got spots on her back that are yellow as well, which Flit who is her milkweed wisp pal that goes on her adventures with her. He's on her back, so he's kind of covering them. But yeah. Down with the hook. Oh, nice, Amber. Thank you. Tell your daughter thank you for me. I really appreciate that. But yeah, the new edition, I'm so excited. I finished the map. So I did an entire map of Weyburn, which is really, I'm quite proud of this map that I did. And so that's going to be in this one that's not in these original ones. You're going to get a recipe for Lady Porcupine's crawler biscuits, which I tested out, and they're delicious. And so, yes, that will be in there. There's going to be fun resources for where you can go to get like fun craft projects to do. And then, of course, I have patterns for the crochet versions of the characters as well. So there's lots of fun stuff that goes along with it. And it's just nice to be able to make the books what I want them to be and what I always wanted in them. So, yeah. Daddy Longlegs or Harvestman arachnids. So they're still an arachnid, but not considered a spider. Interesting. We have milkweed outback. My oldest identified. They're going. Yes. Yeah. I just remember as a kid always trying to grab the wisps, the little white, like, it's like, it looks like a little skirt, you know, that I call them like, it's like a little skirt for the seed basically, but it's what the wind carries them with so that they can plant somewhere else. So that whole concept, you know, we would always catch them, make a wish, and blow them into the wind. And so that was kind of the big back end, you know, sort of story of how this one came into my head. Of course. The new second editions are coming out next month. So the first book will come out first. The second book, I have to adjust the map because it needs to be expanded because you're going to travel still in Weyburn, but it's in the outskirts of the area that you're going to see in the first book. So, and it'll have some new areas for you to, like, you know, you'll get to see. They're all titled, so you'll know where things are. But thank you, Maya. Look at that little swarm of honeybees. I love it. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, so if you guys do want to be ARC readers, please, 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 either shoot me an email. If you let me know here, I mean, I'll try to, if I can contact you or I've been contacting you in some way, I'll reach out that way. But I also created a Gmail account just for Frizzy Bee Books. So it's just frizzybeebooks@gmail.com. That's it. So if you're interested, let me know. And then, yeah, so you'll get the ebook version. And then, you know, if you want to, of course, purchase the book to have, I would be eternally grateful when it comes out. And then you get to really sit down and look at the pictures and do all of that. But at least you get to read the book ahead of time and, you know, see what's coming. You're a bookworm, Maya? Nice. A lot of treatment for the bite. Oh my gosh. You got bit by one of them? Ooh, poison spider that got me, but I couldn't walk for 2 months. Oh, ouch. That's crazy. Yeah. You know, it's like, let them do their thing, you do your thing, and just, you know, I don't want to promote, like, because you never know if one is going to be more aggressive than another, right? But they're not all bad, and they can actually be quite helpful as well. So, oh, I love that, Helix. Thank you. You're a hard copy book reader. Nice. Me too. Me too. You know, and I've bought so many books. I keep thinking I need to just listen to the audiobooks, but I keep buying books and I have not been sitting down to read them. So you have almost 10,000 books. You've read almost 10,000 books in your 37 years of life. Wow, Jeremy, that's great. I love that. That's so cool. Yes, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. You were driving when you got bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, so before I forget, you know what I always forget. We need to pick some people. So I can do your name here for the monthly appreciation for today. So let's do that. Okay, that pen doesn't like me, so let's find another one. All right, we're going back to Nightbot. So if everybody has put in the word, remember the word is pollen, Pollen. So if you haven't put it in yet, put it in. The word is pollen. You bought 3 books the other day, so you're a reader too then, Tank. Yep. Nice. Brown recluse love cardboard boxes. That's why everything is stored in plastic tubs here. Oh my goodness. Those are the ones that, like, I don't even want to say it, but let's just say it messes with your skin. Your husband built you a giant bookcase and it was already full before it was up. Do you go to like book sales and pick up books on, at a discount, or do you just buy them when they come out, kind of a thing? Sometimes I can't help myself. They're just so beautiful, and they're really doing a lot of the sprayed edge books now. There are, I've been doing tons of research because I would like to release the books in audiobook and in other languages as well eventually. But yeah, so my research will continue and continue, right? But where was I going with that though? My brain just totally decided it was like, that's all you're gonna get. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there was a moral to that story. Hang on. You hate anything crawling on you. Exactly. Even a hair, even a lone hair that's like not attached anymore. No, thank you. Yeah, Melissa, that was probably what it was. Okay, let's see. We've got 21 entries and we've got 26 here. So if anybody else wants to put in the word pollen, that's going to be the word of the day. Giant. Okay, soon. Yeah, my Blaine. This is an interesting day for my mouth and my brain. They just are like 2 different speeds. We will get there eventually, you guys. I appreciate you for hanging out through it all. Hopefully you get a chuckle. I just laugh about it now because it's like, if you don't laugh about things in life that would otherwise be frustrating, like, life is not always easy. Sometimes we just need to laugh about our quirks and our isms and issues and whatever else you want to call them. Hair to my waist, and I cannot stand a straight hair. I know. They were attacking me, Tank, yesterday. I had brushed my hair, and I don't know, they all disconnected but didn't go into the brush or even onto the floor. That would have been preferable. They just all hung on my arms like I was this Chewbacca woman. I was like, oh my God, what is that? Nope, not the hair. It just kept going and going. Sorry, not sorry yet. I so Hope, I make lattes, and I put like a sugar-free Torani vanilla in there, and then we've got like we make a pot of coffee, and I'll fill the coffee up to maybe about here, halfway or so, and then the rest is milk and then a little foam on the top. And it's so good. Okay, we're at 22 entries, you guys. I'm going to start picking. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let me just swoop over here so I can see that we have already reached that part, because it's all delayed for you guys and what I'm saying. So here we go. First winner is... Did it work? Nope. Okay, here we go. Kimberly! All right. Congratulations, Kimberly. Kimberly A. You get 2 entries in, and we're going to re-roll the winter. Oh, no. We're going to re-roll the winner, though. Here we go. Hope, congratulations. Hope's World of Crochet. All right, +2. All right, we're going to pick again. I'm waiting so that because he'll tell you ahead of time. Okay, here we go. Tammy, congratulations, Tammy. All right, congratulations. And again, this is 2 entries in. This is the last one with the 2 entries for today. Mama went, Mary Ann. Congratulations. And last but not least, I'm going to wait until I see the 2 hands, and then I'm going to hit the button because I don't want you to know ahead of time. Barbara Bodine. Congratulations, Barbara. You were lurking away. Good to have you in and get 10 entries in right there. Congrats. All right. Right, Helix? Yeah. It's like if you could be that other brain cell, Helix, and tell me what my brain was meant to say, that'd be great. I do that with my brother sometimes. Like we'll think up the wrong thing and then the other one will get the right thing. We're like, yes. It's exactly what I meant. The old mouth brain disconnect. Exactly. Yes. We think 2 things at the same time and they both come out of our mouth. Yes. Oh. Or like I mash up songs too that must have a similar beat, and that's why my brain does that. But I'll start singing a separate song, and my husband's like, those don't go together. That's a different one. I'm like, oh, did I do it again? Melissa, whose hair is that? It's your hair. You dink. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. All right, I'm scrolling down. Everybody's getting congratulations. Yay. Okay, I made it to the bottom. Darn it. I'm trying. I don't know what the best way to do that is, Amber, because I know there's a delay and it's a decent one. So my hope was that if I see myself do this, I'll know you guys are waiting for that new name to come up and then I'll hit the button. Because you guys are delayed by, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, 6 seconds, not a huge delay, but it's enough to where sometimes I'm like, I'll announce something, and as I'm announcing it, you'll see the name. What's your guys' favorite songs? Excuse me. Thank you, Jeremy. See, that's exactly what my husband would say, different chord progression, because he's a guitarist, so he understands like all the musicality of things. I just always think of well, it was like Vanilla Ice that did the Ice Ice Baby one, and then but it was to the tune of the ding 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 ding, the Queen, right? Ding 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 ding, and then he goes, no, but mine has ding 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 ding. I was like, so he's like, no, it's not infringement. No. Mine has that kind of thing. Oh, so funny. He tattled before my hands went up. I can't win. I need to find a different something else. But I think everybody else uses like StreamYard, and I don't use StreamYard. So under pressure, yeah. Can't sing it, otherwise I'll get in trouble. It's in my head though. That's how Wired makes money. And he lost. Oh, he lost that one. Yeah, right? He should have, because it was like so obvious. There's a new song, actually. I'm not going to remember what it is, but there's a new song that's out that is the exact same tune. The whole thing is the same. So if they didn't get permission, I don't know how it couldn't be copyrighted, but in fact, it's so much the same that as it's playing, I think it's the other song every time. And then all of a sudden the girl starts singing and I'm like, wait, that's, oh, okay, now we're doing this one, you know, but it's a newer song that's out. I'll try to think of it and let you guys know, but yeah, every time it comes on, I'm like, You play the guitar too, Maya? Nice. Yeah, he's been selling some guitars, but he is a guitar collector because they all sound different. He told me, I'm like, how many does one need? Is it because of the color or how it looks? And he said, no, they all sound so different. So Queen Sued Vanilla Ice, yeah. Years by Christina Perry. Oh, that's a good song. That one was in Twilight. That's why I like that song. Hi, Sharp Family Edits. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, my son actually sang that song for choir last year, and we were in watching his performance. And when that song came on, I'm like, I know this one. Because they sing a lot of different songs from different cultures, different parts of the world, and so I didn't know a lot of the songs. But that one came on, and I'm like, yeah, I got this. Your musical family. Husband plays keyboards, son played drums. Monique and I play bass. Nice. Monique and my son and husband sing. How cool is that? I can sing. I can't really. I could play drums on Guitar Band when that was out. I was pretty good at it, actually. When the foot pedals started getting in it, then it was a little hard for me to keep up. But I always like to do the drums. They do sound different, yeah. Any musician will tell you. And it makes sense. They're all made out of, it's like they're all handmade out of wood, right? So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they use some machinery to do it now, but you love to crochet animals. Nice. What do you edit? I'm an author illustrator, so I think of editing as, editing manuscripts and such. And Hope's from Australia. So it's 3:20. What are you still doing up, Hope? You are a night owl, my friend. Wow. I would be a total pumpkin at that time. That's when you get slap happy, Frizzy. Because you're so deliriously tired. You just can't. My mom used to like Twilight, but she's like, you should wait till you're older. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I get that. I get that. I don't know how old I was when that came out, or how old I was when I read them. You can tell the difference between trumpets, and you are a bass player. Yeah, he actually just traded. He makes music. His you can actually listen to his music. His is called Phantom Shade. So if you look up Phantom Shade, you will find my husband's music, and he does it's like synth, but he plays guitar, and then he does like all of the mixing, mastering, does all those kinds of things. I don't know all the details of what things are called, but he does he even has a little keyboard that he can make music on. Somebody, speak of the devil, he just walked in. Just kidding. We were talking about music.
Oh. You done yet?
No one wants to see me at 3 a.m. I know, right? I'm like, no. I went to bed at 2:30 this morning. Wow, gosh. I know it's been summer break, so my son is he can stay up late too. Him and Lizzie are like little night owls, and we've tried melatonin and that don't work anymore. He does what your hubby wants to do. Nice. That's so cool. We should have him chat, right? Yeah. It's really cool though, because when you're creative, whether that's with crocheting or music, you use the same part of the brain, I think, because when we have conversations, we can connect on that level, even though he doesn't know what I'm talking. Like, he's not a writer, although he can tell a good story. He does more of the kind of D&D type story stuff, so he can come up with stories, but he is very good to bounce ideas off of, and he can understand it from a different perspective, if that makes sense. Your hubby's a drummer. You take 2 milligrams of melatonin. 2p. What is 2p? Is it 2 milligrams or 2 pills? So because they were taking about 3 between, they have kids gummies, but they were taking about 3 milligrams and that nothing. So I'm like, okay, at some point I'm just gonna have to say we'll just ixnay it on the melatonin because it's not working anymore. Totally, yes. You've always been a night owl. Yeah. If you can't sleep, just crochet. I wonder if it works the same as, how reading books will often work for people, where it kind of helps your mind to just mellow so you can get to sleep. I wonder does crocheting work that way for you? Professional author, but I love writing. I'm pretty good at it. I write stories on Google Docs. Nice. Hey, that's how it starts. You got to start somewhere. You got to start writing. Like in high school and middle school, actually, I would write some shorter stories. And I still remember feeling that, oh my gosh, I have to write 2 whole pages. And then it became like 4 whole pages. And now, 200 pages in, I'm like, it's not a big deal anymore. But at the beginning, yeah, that just seems like so much. 10 milligrams of melatonin only for up to 2 weeks at a time. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Here's my son. This is James. If you haven't met him yet, this is my son. He's like, when are we going? I have to go to the post office, and I was actually intending to only keep it to an hour today because we do have a family friend in town. We've just been chatting, so I didn't get too much done. I'm at the peak. I literally did half a side, you guys. Sad. Magnesium calm gum. Oh, that's interesting. That might be a good one.
Hi, Rebecca.
I write children's fantasy type books. They're chapter books. They're kind of an advanced chapter book. So they're kind of between, a chapter book like an Ivy and Bean or something like that, where you're getting art on every page and you're getting a story, but it's not too long. And then a middle grade where you're getting mostly text, a few pictures. It's right in the middle. So this is the first edition, but I have a second edition that is being put out by my children's book imprint, FRIZZY'S Books. And that's going to be all new cover design, nice and vibrant, lots of extras. Story is the same, but the rest of it is going to change. But yeah, this is the story. So just to kind of...
I was looking at myself in there going...
Hang on, I don't want to give anything away. But yes, you'll get like... art. This is all I am an illustrator as well, so I draw all the pictures. So you'll get some pages where you're really meant to look at the picture, right? And then you get a little text, but then you'll get a lot of ones that have more text, all that. So, but they're longer than your standard chapter book. Right? It's fun to hang out with crafty people.
11, almost 12.
How did that happen? Oh my gosh. Tammy's back. Doesn't phase my granddaughter. She's just like my son. Keeps going and going and going. Melissa, 100%. Yeah, I don't even think it does anything anymore.
Your daughter's insane. Mother.
Why? Because she doesn't go to bed?
No, I went into her room with her playing Dress to Impress without a face on. Like
in the game. Yeah, this is so weird, these games. You can go like...
I don't play that game.
It's almost like Headless, and then I think of Headless? How can you be nearly headless? Sorry, that's from Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the stuff that she likes at all.
I know. It's not cool, right? Oh, yeah. Maya's loves drawing, writing, crocheting, doing ballet, playing guitar. Maya's 10. Yep. Thank you. The new cover is actually, I like it better. And the only reason is because I think it's more vibrant, and it definitely, you look at it and you're like, okay, this is going to be an adventure. This is going to be a fantasy story. Obviously the character can talk, right? It's a spider that can talk. So I think it gives off more of what you can expect from the book than the original ones.
I like the first one better.
He always has to go the opposite of what I say.
Because I'm being honest. Do you want me to not be honest?
Always.
The other one looks like too kiddish because depending on all of this, I think this one looks better on the illustration.
Super. You too, Shade. Yes, Helix, definitely. And bye to Monique. Monique had to head out, I hear. Gotta run. Have a great day. Rounds on the handles and the bag will be done. Yay! Yes. All right. I'm just reading through really quick. And Jeremy said, but my ADHD was not intrigued with those stories. Which stories? Are you talking about with these ones was not intrigued, or you love interactive stories? Hugs, Shade, yes. Okay, yes. So you may have found me on Amazon. That's the older books. So if you hang out and wait a little bit.
Older books are better.
James, honey,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the new books will have, like I was saying, it'll have a new map or a map. This doesn't have a map. And it'll have the recipes, and it has other additional pages in there for you to look at as well. So that's coming out in September, beginning of September. Yes, it will be on Amazon. So you'll find it there. And it won't, because it's a second edition, Amazon doesn't let me put it up ahead of time. I have to wait until I'm ready to hit the go button and you can order it because of that. So no pre-orders and that kind of thing. On the third book, which is going to come out next year, that will have the ability to do pre-orders and stuff. So once I am closer to having that ready, I'll probably set pre-orders at least a couple weeks in advance of the release date, and then you'll see it up there.
It's bad.
So the new book has a different cover. So you will know, if you go on Goodreads, you'll see the different cover design. I have the first two books with the new covers are up on Goodreads right now because I could put it up on Goodreads. So yeah, definitely check that out there. Otherwise, I can kind of, hang on.
Mom.
Yeah.
Hasn't it been 2 years since you published your last book? Why are you postponing it until next year?
The third book is next year because I'm re-releasing the first two books first. So here, I'm going to show you guys the cover really quick. It might show up as really big, so I apologize, but here is the new cover. So that's the new design for book one, and I'll show you book two as well.
I like the old one better.
And that's book two, The Wayward Wind.
I'd say the second book is better than the old second book, but the first book is better than the new first book.
So these are the first two books, and they're coming back out again, but they will look really good together with the third book, which is set for next year. So yeah. So if you put the word drop in the chat, Sharp, it will drop your channel link. That's Nightbot helping out with that. And I also do have another channel, FRIZZY'S Books. So this is FRIZZY'S Crochet. FRIZZY'S Books, though, is my other channel. So if you want to keep up with what I'm working on, I'm going to go live on the other one, and I'll be doing drawing, hangouts kind of thing, and working on the books. So if you would like to also subscribe over there, that'd be awesome. So just look up FRIZZY'S Books, and that's my other channel. You'll see the telltale bee. That's how you'll know that you're on the right place. But here, I'll get you guys the link really quick. And before I say goodbye, nope, that's that one. Where's the other? There it is. Here we go. And this shows you the cover art too, and the header as well. So you'll see the books that are coming out. There we go. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, thank you. Right? Me too. Me too, 7-piece frog, yes. All right. All right, I think I've caught up on the chat, and everybody's dropping their drops. So definitely subscribe to each other, and don't forget to like the live, everyone. Yes, thank you. I'll be back. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I will schedule that hopefully later today, so you guys have time to hit that notification when I will be live on Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so this is the next one you're doing. No, that was one that I started out as an illustrator for. That's with my old publisher, so I'm not continuing on with that series. Whether he decides to do that or not I'm not sure if he's going to continue with it or not, but he may or may not. It would be with a different author and illustrator. But the first 3 books I illustrated of that series, and I wrote and illustrated the 4th book. So, all right. Goodbye, you guys. Have a nice rest of your day. Thank you for showing my forehead.
Love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.